First, we have Matt Shodell from Canesport. Matt, go ahead.
Hey, Lou, how you doing?
Hi, Matt.
Congrats, first of all, on tying the Miami record last weekend. I wanted to ask something. We've had a lot of fans asking us this. You're an older guy, obviously. That's not news to you. And you still have a couple years of eligibility if you want to use it here. Like, are you definitely coming back next year? Have you even thought about it? Like, what do you sort of see the future holding for yourself after having, you're having such a great year this year? You've shown an NFL leg. Can you just sort of fill us in on that a little bit?
Yeah, I think at the moment, I definitely want to come back next year. I think I've done so much, from I started in junior college to coming over here. I've been in so many classrooms and, I got to take care of that aspect as well. I know the pros are there, but I really want to concentrate on, getting my degree and possibly a master's. So at the moment, I'm really focused on, getting educated and, worry about the league and pros, after I pass that aspect.
Awesome. Next up, we have David Furones from the Sun Sentinel. David, go ahead.
Hey, Lou. One thing we've heard that you've improved this season is the directional punting a lot. Tell us about that, what it takes to get to where you are in that area, and what would be next for you. We already see you have the booming leg, and now you've even upped your directional punting game. So what would be next that you'd have to fulfill?
So I think last year we had, I had a pretty good year, but obviously I hit a lot of balls in, down the middle. And I think that was one of my big things coming in this year. And I really worked on it during our off season, during the quarantine period on directional. Coach Packy and Coach Coulter, we spoke about it, the importance of getting it outside the hash and how much easier it makes it for our missiles. And I just want to say, like, our missiles, to Corey Couch and Gerv are doing such a great job, and they really, really make me look good. They're causing the fair catches most of the time, and I appreciate our whole punt team. They're doing a really good job.
Great. Next up, we're going to go to Manny Navarro of the Athletic. Manny, go ahead.
Hey, Lou. Curious what your hang time averages have been, because you just mentioned to Corey and Gervin getting down there to cause the fair catches, but it feels like maybe your hang time has improved as well. And where does that maybe compare to last year? Yeah,
I think so. With the rollout, it's not so much hang time. It's a lot on me. The speed I get it off on. I think last year I was still learning about the rush and seeing when there's a hold up and whatnot. So I'd sometimes get rid of the ball a little faster than what I needed to. But this year I've sort of learned how to read the rush, and I'm a little bit not as rushed out there. I feel a little calm out there, and I hold the ball a little bit, and it gives them boys time to get down there. So by me holding on to it a little longer, sometimes it gives them boys an opportunity to get down there and get in the face of the returner. And obviously, when there is a rush, direction is really important, and to get that little bit more of hang time on it.
Thanks.
Great. Next up, we're going to go to David Furones of the Sun Sentinel. David, go ahead.
Hey, Lou, on that note, I noticed, sometimes you'll roll out to the right to punt your balls. And then I always wondered when you would do that, why don't the other teams just stack that side? And then I think Pitt did start to do that. And then you had to, quickly punt it on one of them. What do you look for pre-snaps? And, do you look for that to make sure, you have to do one or the other? And how do you read that and then adjust on the fly when you see it?
So I obviously look, but it's up to, the boys up front. They sort of look around and count the numbers, and they'll check it into a two-step if need be. But I think, I'm perfectly comfortable. If it gets checked to a two-step, I can just hit a pro style, and I have no problem with that at all. So I think it showed on the weekend. They checked us, and Pitt were a really good team. I give them a lot of respect. They did some cool stuff on punt. But if they want to check us into a two-step, we're ready for it, and, it's just guns blazing, we'll just go with it.
All right, Lou, we're going to go back to Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Manny, go ahead.
Hey, Lou, curious, do they give you special teamers game balls? And I guess how many times have you gotten it so far?
No, I don't think there's no game balls given out.
Okay, I just worried, I don't know if they make, I know obviously you got ACC special teamer of the week, but I'm curious internally, what they do to kind of promote the special teams guys who have a good week. Do they, is there any sort of acknowledgement of that?
I think Coach Diaz, he emphasizes how important special teams are. It's really cool playing under a coach that has so much respect for, you know, the kicking game and the special teams side of things on the game. So, you know, playing under Coach Diaz is amazing. You know, he has the utmost respect for us specialists, and it shows he brings it up all the time, which is really cool.
Thanks.
All right, Lou, our last question for you comes from Susan Miller-Degnan of the Miami Herald. Susan, go ahead.
Hey, Lou. Matt Diaz made a big deal about how offense, defense, and special teams complemented each other this past game, and he was really proud of that. How important is that to you, that each facet of the game kind of helps each other? And also, how close are you with the rest of the guys who are not kickers or special teamers?
Yeah, I think, like I touched on before, I think it's really cool that Coach Diaz has a lot of respect for all aspects, whether it's offense, defense, or the specialists. And as far as me being close with everyone, I'm pretty good friends with a lot of people, and I know how important my punts are, you know, for the defense. If I can pin the other team, you know, pretty deep, it, you know, gives them takes sort of the edge off them. So, I mean, that's what I mean. I like to help them out a lot out of everyone. I'm thinking about the defense when I go out there. I want to put them in the best position I can for them to be able to, you know, get our offense out there.
Have you seen anything out of Virginia that they do special? I don't know how they are on special teams.
No, I haven't really. We went over some film today briefly, but I mean, our punt team's ready for anything. And like I said, I trust all them boys up there, and they'll check into anything we need to, and yeah, we just go about our business.
Thank you.
All right, Lou, thanks for taking the time to chat with us, and good luck with the rest of the week of practice.
Hey, thank you guys.